Well, hello everybody, it's Dr. Troy Dukowitz here of the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action to create big ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this. It's a new you, whether you like it or not. Now, it's a little known fact, people don't know this, many people don't know this, a lay person definitely doesn't know this, but that your body is constantly regenerating. Your liver, your spleen, your skin, like everything is constantly regenerating and turning over. And ultimately, by the time you get to a year, you literally have a new body. And sometimes this happens over the course of just months, where you're constantly regenerating tissue and you create a new body. So there is a new version of you. In fact, when you look at the version of you today compared to a year ago on January 1, there is a new version. That version has either broken down and maybe fallen off track and not course corrected, or that version is very proud when they look back over the course of the last year and what they've accomplished and where they're going to go this year. I don't know your circumstance. I don't claim to know or understand your circumstance. What I do know is that on this particular day, I don't give a shit if it's January 1 or March 1. On this particular day, like any other day in our lives, we can choose. We can make a conscious decision about where it is that we want to go. If you want to end this year stronger, bigger, badder, healthier, and a badass more than you are today, then you have to be willing to sit down and take a look at what that person is going to look like. And if you want to continue to live in mediocrity, if you want to continue to coast and just get by, that's on you too. You get to make this choice. Now, the things that are happening in your body are happening no matter what. You're regenerating whether you like it or not. And tissue is either breaking down or it is building up and it's getting stronger. It's getting healthier depending on how well you take care of yourself. The same holds true for your life. You will either break down over the course of this next year and fall off track for the successes that you want to have, or you will find a way to make it happen. And it all starts with the decision that we have to make every single day. Am I willing to do the work? Or what work do I need to do today to move me towards my goals, my targets, and my vision? The power of the question determines the power of the answer, and it must be asked every single day. What am I going to do today to win the game? Again, we go back and we review. The version of you today is either a bigger badass today than you were a year ago, or it is a person who is the same as they were a year ago, or is a person who is deteriorating from a year ago. You know where you are, and there's a continuum there, and you fall somewhere on that spectrum in that continuum. And what I can equally tell you is there's only one thing that you have to do is to look back over the course of that last year and say, I'm happy and proud of what I've done and accomplished, or it sucks. I need to do something more. I need to step up. I need to play bigger. You are the only person that can make that decision. That's it. You have to make that decision. And you have to say, what does the version of me look like next year? And you have to own it. If you listen to yesterday's podcast, I brought this up, man. Like, you sit down, you brainstorm. Like, if we were having a conversation 12 months from now, what are you telling me? We're on Zoom. And you're like, dude, I was listening to your podcast and you talked about it, and I want to share with you. This is where I'm at. What would you be telling me in that conversation? How spectacular your life is. See, what happens here is you start to literally create this image and visual within your mind. As Maxwell Maltz once said, the mind does not know the difference between a thought vividly imagined and reality. That's why you don't just write a goal that says, I'm going to lose 10 pounds. That doesn't mean shit unless you can actually say, I am going to have unlimited energy. And I close my eyes and I see myself ripped. And I see myself sitting on the beach, sitting back, relaxed, kicking my feet up, taking a nap, like just so full of life and energy. And I get up and I go run down the beach and I come back and I'm playing with my kids and I'm throwing them in the sand and they're burying me in the sand and I'm having a fantastic time. Like, I'm going to tell you, at the end of the year, I have had 4 vacations with my kids. We've gone to the beach. We've gone and played in the snow. We've done this. We've done this. We've done this. And like, this is what happened. You have to see the picture in your mind's eye. You have to own it and want that bad enough. And when you want that bad enough, you'll lose the weight. The weight is just a byproduct of work that you will do to be incredibly active for your kids. That's it. It's that simple. Meditating, or maybe going down a path or a journey of learning how to meditate, is going to be something that will benefit you in your life, with your family, with your kids, with your employees, with your clients, with your patients, because you learn how to become more calm and at peace with yourself. Like, there's so many things that we write, like, I want to hit this number, I want to hit this target, but we don't attach it to anything emotionally. And if you don't attach it to anything emotionally that has a purpose behind it, then it is just an empty goal and it will not get hit. It's got to be attached to something that drives you to get your ass out of bed every day, even the days that you didn't get to sleep very well because your kids were up all night, you're kicking you in the head, and they weren't sleeping, and they were sick, or whatever else happened that happens. That we've got 3 kids, man. I mean, whatever other shit happens when you have kids. And sometimes my wife and I stay up late, and then we go to bed, and then all of a sudden the kids are up. It's like, oh shit, what are we gonna do now? And guess what? I still gotta make the decision when I get up in the morning to do the work that's necessary for me to grow and expand throughout the course of the year. Because I'm not going to buy into the excuses that I can make up. There's a new version of you lurking out there somewhere. I don't know where it is. But what I'm hoping you'll do today is sit back and close your eyes and identify with that person, that new version of who you are at the end of 2019. And look at that person and introduce yourself and say, I will meet you in 12 months. And I'm going to be very excited to make your acquaintance and be very detailed about what this person looks like and how they feel and what they're doing and how their relationships are and their businesses are and their money is. Be very detailed on all of this and put that image in your head. And then develop targets that will help you every 90 days to get to that person so that in December 2019, you get to meet the new version of you. Because folks, you're changing no matter what. Whether you like it or not, you are changing. Why not make it for the best? All right, folks, that's all I've got for you here today. Happy New Year to you all. A couple of reminders. Hey, if you haven't already, please go subscribe to Commit and Go, the podcast on iTunes, Google Play, and or Stitcher. I'd love it if you would share it with people as well and even leave a review. Number 2, head on over to www.commitandgo.com. You're going to get a free download of what I call the Gap Map Protocols, and is a process to help you to get from where you are to where it is that you want to go while removing the barriers and obstacles in the way. You get a nice video that goes along with it and a downloadable and writable PDF. That's all I've got for you here today, folks. I love you, appreciate you. Have a fantastic new year. I am Dr. Troy Dukowitz. This has been the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big ass results in your life and business. We'll hear you next time.